Yeah, let's go to work. How much is rent for the apartment? I don't know. But good evening. Oh, hi there. Oh, I was expecting the bar to be different because before opening hours, but I guess it's just the same entire thing. Alma? Ah, Leonidas. Jillian. Marcelo. I stumbled across her on the way and asked her if she wanted to tag along. Hope you don't mind. Sure, maybe make yourself at home. Where's Boss? She didn't put the helmet on again, did she? She went out for a bit. I don't know what for, but she'll be back. Alright. Alma, make yourself comfortable while I prepare. Alright, thanks. The assignment. Where's that? Am I going back again? Good City. Snowfall. Beast of Titans. What happened? What was I doing here? Whatever. We'll just pick randomly. This one, this one, this one, this one. Dawn approaches, down to the light, reminiscence, neon, yep, and dusk. Time to mix drinks and change lives. What was that? Oh, just something they made me say back in the instruction. It kinda stuck. Huh. I went to a school that made us stand up with our hands on our backs when someone came in. That habit didn't roll off until high school or so. Yeah, kinda like that. Oh yeah, look at this. A glass with a signature? To I'll assume it's either an autograph or an impromptu medicine recipe. That's Kira Mickey. That Kira Mickey girl came here yesterday before her concert, actually. Oh yeah, now I see her name here. You don't seem very surprised. I like B-Link more, actually. The stoic-looking duo, right? Yep, those. Seemed you had a better day than mine yesterday. Had to break up with Damien. I see. Want a drink? You don't seem very surprised. Alma, we've known each other for what, a few months now? I'd be interested if those relationships of yours went further than a week or so. You say you broke up, but there's usually not enough time to foster something to break. It's more like the guy wasn't what I wanted, so I stopped flirting. You could pretend to be more interested, you know. Like my mom says, if I don't buy it, it's because I know the product. Speaking of buying, do you want a frame? A frame? Yeah, for all these pics you have of your boss, the ones filling your phone with memory. Some seem sneakily taken at that. Is that true? What do you care? How the hell do you find that out? So it is true. Shut up. I'm a hacker, remember? You shouldn't piss off a hacker. Oh, I really like this one of her sleeping in her office. I think I'll copy it. You. Hey, can you make me a bad touch before we keep arguing? Sure. Alma wants a bad touch. Really? You're joking about bad touches? I mean, alright. There you go. Who gives these drinks their silly names? Usually the ones who register it. Some people have quite the silly sense of humor. Like that girl that keeps laughing over this particular drink's name. Yeah. So, who's Damien again? The one with the nice car. Sure, he's also the manager at the bank, but the car was what caught my eye. And what was wrong with him? Turns out he was a LARPer. LARP? Live action role-playing. It sounds more like the nickname of some heavy-handed writer or a military organization. What did he roleplay as? Have you heard of the Woodstock fairs? Those events where people barely dress, stink, roll in mud and fuck in the open. Those are hippies, yeah. he frequents those, and it's something I'd rather not deal with at all. If I stayed with him, I'd eventually have to... I mean, I need to support my partner in what he does, but if it's something like that... You see, that's the problem right there. You say breaking up like you had something formal, but most of the time you're still getting to know him. Think about it. Have you ended your longest lasting relationship for things like those? Okay, sorry for not using the right word or whatever, but I'm still sorely disappointed. And at least I'm trying to get some action. When was the last time you spent the night with someone else? Last night. Your cat doesn't count. A year ago, it was messy. See? I mean, I have no idea how you deal with that. If I were you, I would have pushed a fuckboy over there in the closet ages ago. Fuckboy? People have different needs and priorities. Yes, but don't you miss having the warmth of someone else at your side? Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head on their chest, listening to them breathe as they pet your head. Dozing off knowing they're there watching you, protecting you. Jill? Anything can make you to shut up and drink. I'll have, you know what, that my Uncle Juan taught me. How do you know that my, Uncle Juan taught me ventriloquism when I was 12? Drinking won't stop me from talking, or making tasteless puns for Aunt Rosa. So, get me something weird, would you? Ventriloquism. Weird. A weird drink. Yeah, it's something different, experimental, uncommon. Let's see. Promo drinks fit the bill easily. What did she have last time? Bad touch? Sour classy vintage. Let's see here. Grizzly. Sour classy. And vintage. I mean, promo drinks probably won't be vintage, right? Spicy, ooh. Promo Zen Star. Maybe? Piano Man. Oh, she might like a piano man or piano woman. I keep going to the right tab and then thinking it's the wrong one. Sweets from Happy. One's kinda unbearable, it's mostly for fans of the movie. Okay. It's unnecessarily brown. What is that? Bloomlight? Spicy? Oh. Let's do, Piano Man. 2 aldehyde, Bronson, 5 powder delta, Vanadide, 3 Carmentrine. God, that's so much. Here. Yeah, that fits the bill. It's a promotional drink made to commemorate a movie. Is it? I'm pretty sure Piano Man isn't. They left it at the chance to sell drinks that would be unremarkable otherwise. Oh. You know, your orders are weird today. They are? Yeah, usually the first thing you ask for is Brandantini and then something like a Cobalt Velvet or something similar. Well, I sometimes feel like I need something different, you know? Something tells me part of the reason he left this Damien is because he was too deep into routine. Maybe. Hey, speaking of routines, as a hacker, what's your opinion on the whole Alice Rabbit thing? That's the silence of somebody who just heard something stupid. Stupid enough to warrant the speech they prepared just for the occasion like this. As always, very perceptive of you. You know, decades ago, there was this group of people that hacked simple sites with an agenda. Can't remember what they used to call themselves. I just remember that it was just petty vandalism. Anyway, everyone that participated started using the same name. They wanted to create this anonymous anarchist identity. The whole Alice Rabbit thing is the logical conclusion of that. It's what happens when the idea reaches its breaking point and goes mainstream. It is no longer a group, but an individual. An untouchable entity watching from the shadows, monitoring and judging everything anyone does. Observing, tolerating, no one but itself. A lot of bullshit for what's essential, a pet essentially a pet the press made up. The antithesis of your usual boogeyman is, if you must say, don't think such a person exists. Don't know, don't care. I mean, we have seen the actions of such an entity, but it might be anything, an individual, a group, or an AI. That's not to take into account all the copycats and pranksters using the name. So Alice Rabbit is a thing that exists, but it's also really muddied overall. There's something else that worries me though. That kind of story always catches the attention of kids and such. They start trying to hack stuff without knowing the risk or consequences. Imagine if suddenly a group of tweens broke into the bar and started asking for drinks. That's how it feels for me, and it's thanks to that damned Alice Rabbit thing. I see, but enough of that. There's a more pressing matter at hand. There is? Yeah, you've been delaying my invitation for hanging out sometime for too long. Oh, that. Do you hate me that much, Jill? Does my presence make you that uncomfortable? No, at this rate, I might just crash by your apartment. That way you can't just say no. Maybe I'll also crash for the night. We could have a sleepover, braid her hair, tell stories all night, shower together. You know, you need some human warmth in that place. Your tits alone would fill my entire bathroom. Man, you react too nonchalantly. It's no fun. React a little bit. Let me tease you for a second. I refuse. In all seriousness though, any particular reason you keep turning down my invitations? I mean, it's not a date. I just want a conversation with you outside these four walls. I'm not a morning person. I registered for the night shift precisely to avoid waking up early. The earliest I've asked you out is 10 a.m., you know. That's early morning by my standards. I mean, it's not that I don't want to hang out, I just don't want to wake up early. You are hopeless. Anyway, I'm gonna need another drink here. Like, say, a big brandtini. Finally, that's the all I know. Big brandtini, easy enough. I still gotta check though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, it's 12. 12, 6, and 2. Each mixed. Here you go. You know, brandtini is such a weird name. It was originally supposed to replicate the martini. Problem is, the BTC got a hold of a brand of Vermouth, and that was the name after a certain automobile company. So on a weird whim, they changed the name. I see. You know, I was wondering. Yeah? Don't you worry about what the people you work for might be doing with the information you provide? Not really. You don't? Do you worry about what happens when people leave this place drunk? Not really, most of the time. Well, neither do I. Why should you? Do you get people drunk? Some say my beauty is intoxicating, but that's besides the point. I get my payment, do my job, forget about the whole thing. You make your job sound so easy. Once you understand what precautions to take, it's no problem, and I've always found my job fun. However, most of my contracts are consultancy-based gigs. It's not like every day is a thrill. Do you meet with your clients or... I don't. I'm always from behind as many filters as I can imagine. I remember I once had a job where I had a couple of kids relaying letters. For security reasons, right? Actually, because that way I lose a lot less time. I don't have to deal with clients hitting on me or pestering me after the job's done. I also don't have to lose time. I don't have to lose time proving my worth because big boobs equal small brain or some shit like that. I mean, protecting my identity is one of the reasons, but the few times I've shown myself, they weren't even risky or dangerous jobs, just run-of-the-mill security checks. I don't know, maybe I need to show up as a disheveled nerd or something, give them what they expect to see. Or I just don't show up and save myself the trouble. Wow, the questions. Just things I've been curious about, and always forget to ask. So many Alice Rabbit headlines have made me wonder about the hacking business too. Oh, I'll remember to ask you things next time then. Well, I'll take my leave now, see ya. Take care. Hello, sugar. Ow. Hello, Mr. Donovan. Oh, that's him. Like my pop used to say, never touch the ass of a woman with metallic arms. I think it's more like plastic and carbon fiber. They're hard as fuck, and it's all my abdomen felt. Do you normally greet people that way? I'm a man that can't contain himself when he sees something he likes, kid. Oh, but don't worry, you're safe. You're flatter than the field at my summer house. A bit of advice, you shouldn't provoke the one serving you drinks or food. Don't be offended, kid. You have an audience. I'm just not part of it. Today I'm making this a quick one. Gotta tend to business in a while. Having said that, I'll just have the usual. Usual, he says. 3 days in and he has the usual drink. Yeah, right. I like how he's like, oh, I'm gonna bless this place, this hellhole with my presence. And then he does this. Was it 8? I don't remember. Dude, I do remember. The usual. Sure, this'll work. What brings you today, Mr. Donovan? That girl I interviewed yesterday is coming again in a couple of weeks. So I was working to clinch an exclusive interview. Did he succeed? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? I'm Donovan D. Dawson. I always get what I want. Sure, I had to blackmail the editors or of other outlets, but the end result is what matters. I see. Wait, blackmail? You'd be surprised at the kind of stuff you find out when you get the right people drunk. Hey, the signature on that glass over there. Oh yeah. That big-titted Lilum was here. She came yesterday before the concert, yeah. Anything juicy come out of her visit? No. Gossip-worthy? No. Tabloid-worthy? No. Come on, there has to be something. Well, her love for what she does is so honest and pure that anyone who tries to ruin it should be ashamed. Ah, don't give me that shit. Throw me a bone here, anything. I've got nothing. Everyone has a price. How much for you to spill the beans? I'm serious here. She said nothing that could be used against her on that, or that you didn't already know. Jeez. Fine. Say, are many of your intern women, what? Say, are many of your interns women, Mr. Donovan? All my interns are women, kid. Every single one of them. It's a pack of hungry, desperate bitches. Why only women? Did you ever watch Race for Hope? The movie? Yeah. A movie about a journalist looking for clues regarding a murder. And that tacky movie had everything. Romance, action, a dog with sunglasses. It's also sold this weird, fantastical image of what journalism is. I'm guessing lots of girls saw it in high school and wanted to become a journalist. And now I'll have to deal with that shit. How can he be so sure? My first brother-in-law was a doctor. He said that a couple of years after the Emergency Heart movie, all of them turned to women for a long while. And this is why you don't let brats that barely understand what responsibilities are pick a career. Do you perhaps know a girl named Kimberly LaVallette? Doesn't ring a bell. Who's she? Nobody. Forget I said anything. Any interesting preview of tomorrow's news? You expect me to share my information when you wouldn't share your scoop on the singer? How can one share when there's honestly nothing to share? I'm gonna be a good citizen today and let this one pass. Have you heard of a group called the Harbingers? Not really, no. There's some group wanting to overthrow the White Knights. I read their manifesto in their bathroom once. Interesting piece and even better makeshift toilet paper. They talk about how the organization is corrupt, full of mob bosses or something like that. I think I've heard about that somewhere. What of them? They sent a message to some outlets saying they have proof of their claims. And they're going to release it to the public tomorrow. Oh, that'd be interesting to see, I think. I know, right? Alright, kid, give me a bleeding chain so I can call it a day. Okay, bleeding chain. That's a change of pace. Yeah. What did you get last time that was different? I don't remember. I guess I'm just gonna guess that he always wanted a big drink. And then all blended. Spicy classic sobering. Here you go. Simple enough for you, I see. So I've heard this is Dana Zane's bar. Is that true? Yeah. Never thought I'd hear about that undefeated of the West again. More so after the incident with the bears. Where is she? She's out running some, bears. 6 years ago, cash-strapped Dana Zane entered an underground ring for money. Faced 10 enraged grizzly bears. She beat them all without killing them. I heard she set them free afterwards, too. And you were there. I was drunk and bored, what can I say? Do you know if she lost her arm there? Can't remember, too drunk. Maybe she had her prosthetic then, too. I heard somewhere there suggested that she lost it after throwing a baseball out of some stadium. Threw it so hard her arm fell off. But that sounds more like an unsubstantiated rumor. How about like something she made up? Well, I gotta go. Next time you see Dana, thank her for winning me my second yacht. I knew betting on her was the right choice. Come again. Yeah. I'm losing. I don't know how to read anymore. Like, I thought I was doing pretty good for a while, but now I'm just done. I'm out of it.